Welcome to the Teacher RockStar podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hiles, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to survive your first year with this 30-day game plan. If you are a student teacher or a new teacher, this is for you. If I could start over and do this whole thing, what I would do first, I would build strong relationships from day one. And I have to be honest with you. When I first started teaching, I was of the mindset that, I'm the teacher, I'm there to teach, they're the students, they're there to learn. Well, it didn't take me long to find out that, students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So that is a very, very important thing here. It's foundational. Building relationships, first thing that you need to do, and to continue to do that. Lesson plans are important, there's no doubt about that, but trust is the real foundation. Again, students need to know that you care before they care about what you know. Does that make sense? All right, moving on. Here's the 30-day survival plan for new teachers. All right, now, if you just come on board. This is your very, very first year. Week one, building relationships. Again, like I said, is foundational. It's very, very important and critical. Week two, in addition to continuing building your relationships with your kids, you need to continue to establish routines. Week three, we move on to setting clear expectations. That's extremely important. Week four, reflect and adjust accordingly. Now, all through these weeks, you're continuing to do what? Build relationships, to establish routines, setting clear expectations. All right? Are you a teacher who finds yourself drowning in the challenges of classroom management? Do student behaviors leave you feeling overwhelmed and drained at the end of each day? Picture this, a classroom where your students are not just present, but fully engaged, focused, and eager to learn. Say goodbye to classroom management stress and hello to success. The Teacher RockStar Academy course is meticulously designed to equip you with the tools and strategies needed to skyrocket your effectiveness as a teacher. Curious to know if the Teacher RockStar Academy course is the missing piece in your teaching journey? If you're ready to reclaim control of your classroom and witness the incredible impact on your students, then use the link in the podcast description to learn more about this program. So, again, let's talk about week one, building relationships. Learn every student's name, quickly. There are many strategies, many techniques for doing this. One is conducting a name toss, for example. Another method would be to take photos of your students and then write their names there and just like flashcards, review them. And that's one I prefer doing. Associating a student with a particular object, like a face, a word association kind of thing. But there's many more. We could talk a long time on different strategies for actually learning names, but that's just a couple of them. Use engaging icebreakers, get to know you type of activities. Find someone who knows this or that about each other. Greet students at the door. And I'm going to tell you something that is very, very important here. Even today, I find teachers that will sit at their desks and not be at the door greeting their kids. That's not a great way to build relationships. Start, meet and greet your kids at the door when they come in. Whether, shaking their hand or a fist bump or whatever type of strategy that you use. And then provide a positive affirmation. Very, very important there. All right, week two, continue to establish routines. Reinforce classroom procedures daily. Now, I will promise you this, if you continue to practice these routines, or procedures, I should say, over and over again, you're going to be surprised at the end of 30 days, your class is going to be on automatic pilot. If you are consistent with this, model how to enter the room, how to transition, how to turn in assignments, where does the homework go? How about if a child is absent one day, where do they go to get their work? Things of that nature. Keep practicing these procedures until they become automatic. All right. Setting clear expectations. Week three, explain your behavior guidelines and consequences clearly. Teach classroom norms. They're just as important as academic. For example, what do they do if they need to go to the restroom or sharpen a pencil or get up out of their seat for something? Or to ask a question. See, these things need to be explicitly taught, they need to be modeled, and they need to be rehearsed over and over and over again till they become automatic. All right, revisit these expectations regularly. Week 4, reflect and adjust. Spend 30 minutes each day to reflect on what went well, what could be improved, things of this nature. Again, asking yourself what worked, what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be improved. Update your routines and reconnect with students as needed. Now, bonus tips I wish I knew. Now, this is very, very important here. You don't have to know everything. You're not going to be an expert on everything. Honesty builds trust. Find a mentor. Find someone in your building that you feel comfortable with, a seasoned teacher, that you can ask questions and perhaps they can mentor you in ways. I think that would be very, very helpful for you. Celebrate the small wins. Stay motivated. I have to tell you, every lesson that you do, you may have to abandon a lesson. Perhaps if you're teaching something, your kids just don't get it, it's to abandon the lesson and regroup. All right. Teaching is hard, but I want you to know that you're not alone. So your first year is going to challenge you. There's no question about it. And everything is not going to go perfectly for you. There's going to be, missteps. There's going to be things you wish you had done that you didn't do. It's normal. All right. But this 30-day plan will help guide you. Focus on relationships. That's a number one big thing. If you take nothing away from this video, establish, your procedures and reflect regularly. Now, subscribe for more tips and drop your questions in the comments. Well, I hope this has helped and been of value to you. Again, shoot me an email or drop a comment in the comments below. And folks, this wraps up this episode. I will see you same time, same place next week. And always remember, you got this.
You've been listening to the Teacher RockStar podcast with your host, Steve Hiles. We hope you've enjoyed this podcast as much as we have. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our ever-growing community of Teacher RockStars. Until then, thanks for listening.